should do this forward or backward. Okay. So how do I start this off? Sure my sound is up. Actually, that might help. So I had another one of those, I guess I'd call them God shots or just serendipitous moments. A few years ago, I was listening to the Breakfast Club radio station, and this is in like the States, and like Charlemagne the God, Charlemagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy. So they have this guy that they interview, and his name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's a financial person, and he's got like this school online and everything, and he said this quote that I've heard time and time again, but maybe not said in the correct way, or just there's different formats of it. And it was just something I heard today, but I heard it differently. So he made this quote saying, fire, it's like it can keep you and your family warm, or it can burn you and kill you. And we need fires regardless. It's just about how you're using it. And it was just a God shot for me because his name was Dr. Boyce Watkins. He said this years ago when I was really into listening to podcasts all the time. And then fast forward years later, I guess I had a full circle moment because I've still heard this time and time again, but I heard it again from like Kris Jenner when I was watching the Kardashians. She gave a different kind of version of this in one of the recent episodes. And then I also went to a doctor today at the NAM clinic. So he does this thing called NAM Academy. This is also on YouTube. And he was just explaining it again, but he said it in a different version. And I was like, okay, full circle moment. So we were just talking about, and all of the classes are amazing, but he was just talking about family structure. And he was talking about addiction, something that I understand a bit about. Also, I went to school briefly to do supportive work, and I worked at a shelter, and I've had to be able to assist briefly when it came to making certain action plans and supportive plans for people that are struggling, specifically at the shelter. So we were just talking about family structures, and we were talking about resentments and things like that. And I don't want to, bite everything that he said because he makes his own YouTube videos, but just sharing about how it impacted me briefly. Something that really stuck out to me was when he was talking about how we have internal and external tools. For example, meditation, that's like an internal tool that we can use to help support us, and externally it might be like a support group or like a friend. And P just basically said in his own words, or the way I took it was, it is really good to have these internal tools because let's say, God forbid, you get thrown in jail. You might not be able to have the immediate support or the counselor, but you'll be able to have those internal tools like things like a meditation or mantras, these muscles that you're building internally. And, the longer I was sitting in his class with like 3 other people who usually go there kind of regularly, and he was just explaining how, he drew a circle on the board, and in the circle there was many little different circles, big and small, and he just explained how someone that's struggling with addiction sometimes they're struggling right here, and just because they're impacted and affected doesn't mean that another person in their life isn't also affecting them as well. Like, people usually like to blame the person that's maybe struggling with the addiction when really this is a family disease. It definitely affects anyone it touches. It's not just the person that's addicted, and how some people, usually just only blame the person that's addicted and doesn't look at everything else that's going on for that person. So, we were just talking about like certain, I guess, levels, and there's like, I guess, barometers, or I guess like maybe like a measuring stick sort of to let maybe where you fall when it comes to things like, resentments and things like that, when it comes to the people in your life that you love and care for. And we just talked a lot about the subconscious. And one of the best examples I felt when he was sharing about this was like, so for example, you have a family and or like a sister or brother, mother, and you might have resentments towards people that you love, but then it's like holidays come and it's like I still have to hug this person every time, but like subconsciously I like dislike them, and it's like how do we deal with that? And going back to that circle, that big circle, just how here's all the different relationships with the people in your life when it comes to family, and we just gave the comparison of like the 40-60, or like here's 99%/1, where it's like wouldn't you rather have only a small amount of resentment towards a person that's close in your life, but versus like an extreme amount, and you don't know how to maybe deal with that or how to repair your friendships and relationships. And we just talked about how the older you get, it's not as easy to I guess to maybe make newer friends and stuff. I'm kind of like paraphrasing, trying to remember everything, but it was just basically talking about how like there's some people like family and friends where you have lifelong bonds with, and sometimes it's not as easy to just make brand new friendships and deep connections with people, but the skill and the tool of repairing friendships as they go along can be really beneficial, and aid and assist you when it comes to like external resources later on like the peer support and having people there to you can lean on and help you when you're in maybe times of need or when you're struggling in an addiction and stuff like that. And it was just so helpful. So yeah, we were just talking a little bit about the family structure. He can obviously explain this better than I can, but I really have been appreciative of my one girlfriend that's been taking me to these classes, and yeah, it's just helping me with my growth and stuff, and it seems to be we're always learning something new. I just wanted to make a brief video on this. I think I might expand on it at a later time on my YouTube channel myself, and share a bit more what I thought. I'm just making this video super quickly because on my way back from home, actually, so after this session, I went to my house to just kind of help do big sister things, and I was coming back with my friend, and then another god shot happened. I have a friend who I believe they have like a defibrillator or something in their chest, and they were telling me about that song. I think it was called like Big Paradise. It's like you don't know what she got till it's gone. I can't remember this mainstream song, but it was just like it came on the radio, and he was literally just talking to me about this like 2 days ago, and we had this huge conversation. Just he's also struggling with his family structure and his family as well, and I just was like, it's another one of those moments where I didn't want to delay making this video any longer, because I'm like, okay, it's like the universe is nudging me again. It's like reminding me of things, and I'm like, let me just get it off my mind and on my mental. And even if I don't say everything that I want to say right now, I've just started that conversation, and I'm able to come back to it later. There's so many things I want to share and touch and go on, and I don't have the time to always expand fully, but I'm hoping that I'm just able to start the conversation and come back to these videos for my source of information, and like just start the conversation again or deeper or something. So yeah, if you like these videos, hopefully you can follow me on my YouTube and stuff. I'm hoping that in time to come it gets a bit easier for me to make videos just quicker. So yeah, it is December 1st, and yeah, I'm really grateful to just have another day of recovery, and yeah, it's Christmas is upon us, and now I'm gonna go make some fruit salad. So yeah.